Thank you, Madam Chair and members. I want to rise on this issue because I worked with the good Assembly member, Christina Garcia, on the Exide issue. And I served on EQ, or toxics, in both houses. And make no mistake about it, what happened with Exide was over a long period of time, the locals did not do the right thing. Let's face it, the Air Pollution Control District did not do their due diligence. And the taxpayers have paid. We did front load the money in the budget, but there was a $2 fee for every battery that's sold in California that goes to help pay that fund. And what we need to focus on here is the fact that what does the future bring? What we know happened in the past was wrong. We saw communities where they're mainly disadvantaged, low-income people, and that's where the manufacturing was, in Vernon and those type of places. Wrong. We didn't do a good job of making sure that the company, who now has gone and left, and who's picking up the bill? Every single person that buys a battery in the state of California is paying the bill. Now, we want to stop that from happening in the future. That's the goal here, is to do the right thing. California leads the world when it comes to environmental safety. We do a good job here, but we also have to strike a balance. The balance has to be, can we keep those jobs here in California, produce the products that we need, at the same time not pushing those companies and toxics and things out of our state where it's not done in the same manner. So the goal here is to strike a balance. Our cost of materials will go up because we're going to have to pay, and these companies are going to, when they do get the companies that have 1,000 employees or more are going to pay more, and that means the products they produce are going to go up. It's very difficult to afford to live in California, and those are the balances that this budget committee needs to strike. It's good we have these conversations. We cannot change the past, but we can surely change the future. And that's the goal of this budget committee, is to try to make good policy decisions and strike that balance. And the one thing that frustrates me in California is that we go too far sometimes in pushing to try to make everything perfect. As we push those companies out of California, which drives down the amount of people working. So for me, this issue is a really tough one, because I support the fact that we need to do the right thing and make sure our communities are safe, but at the same time, I don't want to penalize the companies that are here in California and push them out. So I haven't decided on this bill yet. This is one we have a none on our caucus, and I'm debating whether or not to vote for it or to lay off or to vote against it. Because we need to strike a balance. The policy and how it gets implemented are key to doing the right thing in California. So I just want to rise and say that I worked very closely on this issue. It's not just Exide, though. That's the one thing that glares out to us is Exide, but it's agriculture, it's petroleum, it's all the things we use every day. And in California, we need to strike a balance. For what I'm really trying to say is that I want people to still stay in California and do their business here. At the same time, I want to protect the environment. So I just urge members that I know this is going to pass, but I urge you to follow the policy when it gets actually implemented and make sure that we're doing the right thing. If we need to come back and tweak it with legislation to get where we want to go, we need to do that, because the devil is in the details. Thank you, Madam Chair, for indulging me on this issue. It's a real tough one, and it's very important, because we're either going to keep businesses in California and do it right, or we're going to shove them out of California and they're going to buy those products from either China or some other state that we all use, and we lose in California if we do that.